Amanda, thank you for taking time to meet with us today. How's your day going?
It's been busy, gearing up for the holiday season, so it's nonstop. I could use a pause, so thank you.
I think we all could use a pause, and we're all looking forward to 2021, that's for sure. Let's start out. Can you give us a little bit of background on your role there at Mayor Brown, please?
Well, officially, I'm the instructional designer. So it's the documentation, it's the courseware, things like that. Unofficially, I'm the LMS admin. I watch the mailboxes. I'm the jack of all trades. My boss needs me. Yes, I'm right there. So officially instructional designer, writing up and designing things.
Okay. And how many team members do you have in your training team?
Well, we have a global team, and for, the majority of the individuals are in IT. In our Asia offices, we have a partnership with I think they're in attorney development and recruitment. So we have a manager and 2 individuals in that team. And then in IT, we have 4 specialists, learning and development specialists in the U.S. And then we have a supervisor and a specialist in London. And then, of course, we have Kristen, the manager, global manager. And she's out of DC.
Okay. And in this current climate, how is your firm handling training with the global presence that Mayor Brown has?
I really hate to say this, but the way that we're approaching training is this year is the same as what we've done for quite a few years, because with this small team that we have supporting our global offices, we have, okay, sorry, I'm going to count this for the recording, but we've got New York, DC, Charlotte, Chicago, Houston, Palo Alto, San Francisco, Mexico City, and Rio and Sao Paulo in Brazil. We have London, Paris, Dusseldorf, Frankfurt. I think we have a Dubai office. And then we have our Asia offices. We have quite a few, our global presence. And our team, as I just said, is very small. And, 3 of our specialists are in Chicago. We've got 1 in New York, 1 in DC. So those 3 offices have been supporting many of the other Americas offices remotely for years.
Wow.
So as much as I hate to say this, and with all the changes that we have had, we really haven't seen that much of a change with our instructor-led deliveries. We have really increased the use of the application simulations. Mm-hmm. So that, the TutorPro application simulations and things that we've created in-house. We've done a lot more recordings of our instructor-led. Yeah. So, we've expanded our eLearning, which is the phrase that we use, to encompass everything that is seen on screen. That's how 2020 has affected us. But really, we've been remote for quite a few years.
Wow. As far as the LMS, what's been the biggest time saver, I guess maybe your favorite feature, or the feature that's helped out in the past few months?
The feature that's helped out in the past few months is are the learning paths. So we were gearing up to do the learning paths in February. Kristen, Melissa, and I were discussing them, and then March hit. And so since March, we have, recreated the physical handouts that we would distribute. So even though we were remote, we were sending PDF files to local office so that local office could print them and have physical handouts. We're using the learning path for that now.
Right.
We rolled out a new version of Chrome River in September. Okay. And so we are using the learning paths for the application simulations, and then the word escapes me. But so you can do the application simulations, or you can equivalency. The equivalency. You can watch the 2 recorded classes we have, or do the simulations. Okay. So we're using that bit with the learning paths. So really, the learning paths have just been awesome for this year.
Terrific. Have you gotten any feedback about them? Or how did the users feel?
We haven't gotten specific feedback, but we have a new set of assistants coming on board as part of the remote living that we're doing, and all of them on that new team, they've just devoured all of them. It's given them a clear method of what in which order. Oh, that's mandatory, so I should watch that. Oh, I can watch that later. So we haven't gotten any direct feedback, but from what we've seen from the reporting, there's been it's been very well received.
Good participation. Yes. Great. Now, I know you've attended a number of our client family webinars.
Yes.
How do you find those sessions, and do you feel like they're a benefit to you to do the networking with the other CFMs?
Oh, absolutely. My only regret for the last couple of months is that I've had meetings that conflicted and that I couldn't attend. Love the recordings that then I can, so I missed it, but at least I'm still getting the information. It's a really great, I love them because it's very easy, especially this year, to kind of feel like you're in a bubble and you're doing things alone. And then you get on, these client family webinars and you hear from, I think Luda is my favorite. She'll bring a comment or she'll have a suggestion, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That's a great idea. And yes, please say that they're about to do that. And so they're a way to keep connected, even as we're all virtual,
isolated, right? Yeah. And I guess lastly, do you have any feedback on the levels of support that you receive from our client success team and our support team in general?
Don't change. We actually just met with Julie, I think mid last week. Okay. And one of the things that Melissa, Kristen, and I said is the level of support we get from you guys has always been amazing. It's one of the things that we rely on, really. And now that you have Julie made the portal available to us, so I actually haven't been able to use it yet. I've been kind of lazy, still sending email, but just having that availability and being able to see it that clearly, I'm kind of hoping that we do something similar internally, because we have I forget what the name of the system is, but we've been talking for years to provide a client, a end user portal, so that they can view like everything they've entered in, so that you can see what's being worked on, and is it here and where is it, as opposed to having to call in. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for the level of customer care that you guys provide.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking a few minutes. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and a great vacation.
Back to you.
Thank you.
Bye.